Hi, I'm Debbie and this is Book and BuJo, and today I am setting up my January reading journal. So let's start with a quick flip through of my yearly setup. All right, so we have the reading map that I got from Jashi Curran. She has it for purchase at her shop. And then I have my little pocket for prompts and other paraphernalia, maybe some stickers and stuff that I want to use in my journal. And we have my Battle of the Books, my reading tracker, and I am going to be doing a little tip in here that will have what each of the different compile aspects mean. So like, what does it mean by characters? What do you mean by atmosphere? That kind of thing. My rating system, or my ratings, and what the compile rating means star-wise. My plans, some of my books that I want to read for this year that are coming out, and my series to finish. I'm still working on adding more to this because it will be a lot. My A to Z challenge, Buzzwordathon, D20, prime reading, top 10 series, my 12 months of classics and nonfictions, more series to finish, and 24 in 2024. So this is going to be my Readathons, book clubs, and readalongs, and I will get this filled out soon. My books read, and this top shelf will be for January. And then my books read list, a couple pages of that. My books of the Bible, or my Bible reading for the year, and as you can see, I've already gotten started. And then my adventures in Aeldia, so I will fill them in as I go instead of coloring in everything at once. And now for my January setup. So you can see I already got started with a couple of snowflakes because we're supposed to get snow this week, so I'm very excited. Let's get started. Here I'm setting up my January dashboard, and at the top it will include any readathons that I'm participating in, including year-long and monthly readathons, as well as readalongs that I am a part of and book club books that I will be reading. On the bottom half of the page will be my January TBR, so all the books from my TBRopoly and any extra books that I read will go there, and then they will be numbered, and then that will go on to my monthly calendar to show when I started each of the books and when I completed each of the books. So something new that I'm trying out for this month. For my TBRopoly page, I'm using the same setup that I've used before, which with my dice rolls, my prompt, what book I read, and then I'm including a spot to mark if I reviewed it or if I submitted it for a readathon, if it's part of a readathon. And then in the middle section, I am putting my readathons, so the prompts for Buzzwordathon, for Adventures in Aeldia, as well as the New Beginning readathon with Rye Reads. I have my little galaxy in a bottle at the bottom with a notebook therapy sticker and a quote that says, "We will open the book. Its pages are blank. We are going to put words on them ourselves. The book is called Opportunity, and its first chapter is New Year's Day. and that is by Edith Lovejoy Pierce. And I actually used the exact same quote in my bullet journal setup. I liked it so much. I'm going to try adding a stats page back in. I've used it before, and sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't, but updating my reading tracker spreadsheets as well as my reading journal, hopefully I will be able to keep up with it a little better, and it will also help me out a lot more when I do my monthly wrap-ups and stats for each month. I will go over each of the different items I will be tracking in my final flip through, so each of the different stats that I want to know for each month. Now it's time for a final flip through. So I have the Readathons I'm taking part of, book clubs, readalongs, my dashboard, so when I started and finished reading all of my books, my TBR Opera rolls, and the extra books that I need to read. So my Readathon prompts, which next time I will probably do a little tip in here, but for this time I have it here. Buzzwordathon and Aeldia, so my Readathons, and then I have the actual books over here for each of these. And then the beautiful Emerald of Shivar ink, fountain pen ink for a little galaxy, has such great shimmer. And then over here I will start my book review, so I'm just doing the one and we'll fill them out as it goes. I should be able to fit 6 on here depending on how much I want to write, but I didn't want to fill them all out yet, so right now I just have them penciled in. And I may just put a sticker over here because I got a little heavy-handed with my fountain pen ink on this side, so it bled through just a little bit. And plus just the liquid in general. And then over here is kind of a recap or my stats page, so I will list again the books that I read. My favorite book, the book I thought was kind of meh, which I just realized I didn't actually pencil those in, so let's do that really quick. Or pen them in, I just have them in pencil. It's nice to do a flip through sometimes. You catch things that you forgot to put in. So my stats, like pages read, hours listened, readathons, book clubs, readalongs, and rereads, how many of each of those I did, my star ratings from 1 to 5, how many I had of each, the different types I read. Most of them will probably be novels, but my average rating, which will go with that one, the format I read it in, and then what age range I read. Most will be probably adult this month, I believe, with a couple of YA or middle grade. The first book I read, the last book I read, and then the books I borrowed from the library. I will put these on here. The books that I've bought, and I think, so a bunch of these are actually $0, so they didn't cost me anything, and they are ebooks. So I may just put on here the ones that actually cost me something, and this one is my Page and Wix subscription, and then these two are actually reading trackers, so those will just once a year things, except for this one, it's actually a 5-year reading tracker, so that'll be fun. And then, so how many how many I bought, how much it cost, how many of those that I read, and then where I bought them from. So this is from Kickstarter, Page and Wick, The Broken Binding, Bookclub, and Amazon. Those are the main places I get my books. I probably should have gifts on there too, because for birthday, Christmas, whatever, that would be a good place to put that. If I unhaul any books, which I don't do too often because I don't have very many physical books, and then what type of books I read as well, if it was a hardcover, paperback, ebook, audio. And that is it. Next up will be February. So I'm looking forward to trying out my new setup and see how everything works for me. I'm actually kind of excited about this one here. And then also some of the stats, and we'll see. I've done this before with the reviews and everything, and I stick with it for a couple of months and then I kind of forget about it or just get too busy and don't get to it. So we'll see how that works. I should be able to keep up with it through March, and I may just do the books I liked the most or something that really impacted me. So like if it was a 1-star book, that means I viscerally did not like the book and I would probably have a lot to say about it. So I may put something like that on there, or if I just really loved the book, or if it had something in it that just really made me want to write something about it, I will put that here. So yeah, that is my final flip through. If you made it this far in the video, leave either like a little potion bottle or some kind of galaxy in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me as I set up my 2024 January reading journal. And please like, comment, and subscribe if you want it, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any other videos from me. Until next time, keep reading. Bye!